Hey guys, Miss Peterson here, and today we're going to be going over how to use Google Sheets to graph the periodic trends for our Graphing the Periodic Trends project. Okay, so go ahead and open up the data in Google Sheets. Now, I have the data for atomic radii, electronegativity, ionization energy, and ionic radius. We will be creating graphs of all four of these, but to start, I'm going to teach you guys how to do it on atomic radius, and then you will practice the process and repeat it for the other three graphs. So first thing to know is Google is pretty smart, but it's not very good at understanding letters. So when we want to create graphs, you want to just select the numbers that you want to graph. And by default, most data analysis softwares are programmed so that the leftmost axis or leftmost column will become your x-axis and the rightmost column will become your y-axis. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to Insert, and we want to insert a chart. Okay. It's going to bring up that line graph, and luckily Google is pretty smart, so it automatically grabs the x-axis label and the y-axis label and graphs the data for us. But we're going to do a couple things to make our analysis a little bit easier. The first thing is I want to use these symbols as our data labels so that we're able to analyze the graph easier. So over here in Series, we're going to go Add Labels. Okay. Now, it automatically adds the labels as the x-axis, but we instead want the label to be the A numbers, okay? These ones. So how we do that, let me go ahead and get that brought back up by right-clicking on it. And then I think if you just go Chart Style, it'll bring it up. Yep. And we're over in Setup. Okay. This label, instead of it being B2 to A2, I want it to be A2 to A37, okay? A2 to A37, those symbols. So if I do that, oh, it has to me put it there, boom, boom, there we go. And now I have those data labels. Again, that's in the setup of the chart editor under Series. Now we have those labels. I actually want to see the dots on my graph to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to go over to Customize, and I'm going to put my point size as 7 point. Okay, I could do little circles or triangles. I like just the circles, so I'll keep it as that. And we see all our numbers there. Cool. Let's also, just to make that analysis a little easier for figuring out the atomic number, I'm going to add in my more grid lines on my graph. So the default is just the major grid lines. I want to tell it to also give me my minor grid lines for both my horizontal axis and change it to vertical, my vertical axis, so that we can more clearly see those relationships. Okay. Then once you're done with the graph and it's the way you want it, you are going to copy it. Okay. Copy it and paste it into the appropriate spot in your project. Okay. Let's paste it. Do we want to link it to the spreadsheet? Sure, why not? It doesn't matter. Either way is fine. But there we go. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Now go ahead and try it yourself for the electronegativities and the ionization energy. Note, in the electronegativities, there is some data missing. That's because we don't have data for those numbers. So when you guys do your graph, okay, it will have blanks in it, and that is okay. We'll still want to make sure that we're adding our labels, okay, picking that data range, and you'll be able to notice which elements don't have electronegativity values, and maybe that'll give you some clue as to why. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Go ahead and finish up those graphs. You'll be doing the analysis and writing your summaries once you're done with the graphs. You guys got this.